It's raining. It's thundering. I'm trying to go live on YouTube. Not even sure if it's happening or not. Clock says 25 seconds in, that is. I have a lot to learn about this, but if I want to be serious about having a platform outside of TV, got to learn how to do live shots. When you're on TV, you've got a satellite truck, and you got someone in the shop, you got $1 million worth of computer equipment, people lighting you. We always did our own makeup, though. I combed my hair for this. Janet just came through the kitchen door, said tornado warning for Weymouth. See, I'm not even checking the radars or anything. I just know that about an hour ago there was a tornado warning to Sell over Narragansett Bay or Providence and heading our way. So that's why I decided to try and go live. So I'm going to have to go indoors in a second where I have my computer. Open to advice here. Oh, go indoors. Go indoors right now, crazy man. Oh, wait, I do see the chat at the bottom. Kathleen Connors. Kathleen! Always watching every morning on Out the Door. Out the Door is still in edit. It's downloading on the YouTube right now, so I didn't have time to get that on there. The whole white balance thing is really bothering me. Come on, why won't it balance? Good morning, Kathleen. There it is. If I hold it like that. I don't really have a tornado shelter here. Actually, I do. There's a lot of concrete down there. I can go down there, but as for tornado warnings, you know how I feel about tornado warnings. In the olden days, when there was a tornado warning, there was a tornado. Nowadays, we really have advanced technology that sees the spin in just about every thunderstorm that exists. But when I saw the overshooting tops this morning in Connecticut up to 45,000 feet, that's when I said, okay, this is the real deal. Whenever you see those overshooting tops, I tweeted out earlier. I don't know if I'm not on Instagram. I don't really get Instagram, so I'm mostly just on Twitter and YouTube. And I'm a one-man band, so no one's feeding me information or anything. So I just call the play-by-play here. That's the Fore River, in case you're new to my channel. Boston's right over there. That's Quincy you can see in the foreground. Come on. Focus, Tim. Focus. Yep, this is where I shoot my Out the Door Weather and More. Every morning, we come out the door down here. And I find it fascinating that the boats are still pointed toward the east. So the air, you can see the flag. The air down near the ground. Incidentally, which way should I hold my phone? Whoops. Can't turn it. It's locked. So anyhow, it's vertical, I guess. So the air ahead of this thunderstorm is coming from the east. But up in the sky, the air is from the southwest. So that is a torque. So you can almost see how the air is going to be coming in from the east, going up, and then like that. So there's always a circulation in the atmosphere of some kind. And if that circulation gets strong enough and violent enough, then you're going to end up with a twisting top. And basically, a tornado is a huge suction cup. And up in the sky, the air is most definitely rotating. And then occasionally, if it's strong enough, that mixes down. So there's the launch from Wessagusset. Probably has not got the word that there's a tornado warning now for Weymouth. I should probably go look at a radar, right? I'll go and look at the radar as soon as I get soaked. Hopefully you can all hear me good enough. If I get water in my microphone, then you're not going to be able to hear me. So here comes the real deal. So I guess we'll go indoors now. There's going to be an echo in here, which I really don't like, but you got to do what you got to do. It would be irresponsible of me to stay outside, right? Do I have a towel nearby? I want to wipe off my phone and microphone. I don't know how it sounds. So I just want to keep the sound for real. I can probably open this door. So that was the north face. Now here's the south face. So the storm is going to be coming from that direction. And you all know that I live on the north side of a hill. So if something's coming in from the south, I can't really see it. I have a much better view towards the north and northeast and west and northwest. So something can come over the hill, but that also blocks me from a lot of the weather sometimes. All right, so it looks like some people are watching. How many? 8? I don't care if there's even one or none. Mary from the other side of the hill. Hi, Mary. I suppose, Mary, your hair looks great. Oh, thank you. My hair looks great. It's very important. Maybe someday I'll work on television. Your hair looks great, Tim. My sister-in-law is getting married tomorrow, late afternoon. Is it going to rain? Is your sister-in-law getting married somewhere nearby? I need to know where you're talking about. It's not going to rain unless she's at Mount Washington, where it's actually going to hail. Tempest notification. Oh, my Tempest is offline. What's new? It's not going to rain around Boston tomorrow. Maybe a sprinkle in the afternoon. Let's see. Jeff Kent on 295 Mansfield sells heavy. Rain in and out. Little thunder. Thank you, Jeff. That's awesome. So Doug Kent's son, Jeff, is giving us update. Now, for the record, you all know Don Kent if you're old enough. Well, go indoors, Tim. That was a strong one. Then you start counting. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004. This is real too, by the way. 1005. I mean, this sign. So the heart of that thunder lightning is 5 miles away to the south. Anyhow, this is Uncle Roger's house right here. Remember Kent's Carpet Land? And then, not the same house anymore, but that's where Don Kent, right above the Ford. That blue door down there, that's where Don Kent's office was. That door right there, that's where Tim Kelley's office is. What are the odds? On the lowest floor of a sturdy building. If you are outdoors, in a mobile home, or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from... Now, how do I shut this off and get back on YouTube? So, I was just canceled from YouTube by an emergency alert. Did you hear me reading that emergency alert? So as I was out there talking about the Kents, I got an emergency alert on my phone telling me to go indoors. I went indoors. All right, what's going on? Message restricted or something? Mary Papp, North Weymouth. Yeah, North Weymouth. People get married in North Weymouth? Yeah, there's some beautiful spots in North Weymouth. It should be real nice, actually. Jeff Kent, son. Can I say son? Jeff Kent? Question mark? Not sure what's going on. All right, I might as well look at your radar while I'm here. I'm gonna be doing these updates. I actually have a tripod right here. I was trying to set it up, but I didn't like the way it was going. I could make myself look more professional with lighting and a tripod, but that restricts where you can sit and where you can go. I should have a table. See, this was all spontaneous. I just thought of it about 5 minutes. So there's my editing of Out the Door, Weather and More. I edited on iMovie. Let's check the radar. Yeah, what a novel idea. Can I watch myself on my own computer? Wow, there's a lot of lightning. See? Did it right for us. And I use Weather Tap in case you're wondering about my radars. Now I use Radar Scope on the phone. And I go to National Mosaic. I always start there. I see the red over Weymouth, red over Weymouth. Okay. Now I'm going to go to the Doppler, and I can close in on the Doppler. I can zoom right in. And there's a lot of modes you can check here. I would rather use my radar scope, but I'm using my phone for another reason. Oh man, it looks like the worst of it. It's coming right from my house. You can see the rotation and the reflectivity. That is not often the case. Usually you cannot see the rotation and the reflectivity. So that's almost definitely a tornado. well, I shouldn't say that. It's definitely the signature of a tornado on reflectivity. Now we're going to go to velocity. It's pretty much the same thing I did when I was on TV. Come on, where's the velocity? Going for the velocity. What's that? Velocity liquid. Composite reflectivity. I'm nervous because I'm live. Composite reflectivity. Correlation coefficient. Why not? See if we see a debris ball. Do not see a debris ball. Where is the velocity? Relative velocity. Sorry, there it is. Okay. So now I'm going to enlarge this and zoom in. Oh, come on. Zoomed in on the wrong spot on zoom. I don't know if you can see me or not, so I'm just doing the same thing I would be doing if I wasn't live. It's a huge rotation, huge rotation. The radar is in Taunton, so the radar is right in there. So the air going away just north of the radar and then coming toward. So the velocity indicates that the rotation would be a little west. It's really broad. There's nothing tight in there. So it leads me to believe this is mostly a loft, almost like a mezzo low on a warm front. Our trees are already changing colors in Killington. I love that intel. Yeah, we've got signs of the next season. Moving through Easton now, TK. Several reports of trees down. Yeah, almost no doubt there's damage coming out of this storm. All right, and I can't publish my out the door because I'm busy right now, but in the out the door segment this morning, I said I probably won't get an inch because it's moving so fast. Well, guess what? I'm getting an inch of rain, that is. You see out the back? See the boats? So far, no wind. Still from the southeast. If we're going to get wind, it's going to come in from the south and southwest. Still from the east here. Gully washer. It's kind of rain where I say you can shampoo.
You're gonna let me know if I have to get in the basement or something, right?
Who's that? Is that my mother? I won't know, Janet. You might as well go down there anyway. You'll all know live, though, won't you? I probably should check my radar scope. I need another phone. Need more equipment. I'm going to wipe it off here, so bear with me. Hopefully you can hear me now. All right. Anyone trying to tune in right now? It's Tim Kelley in North Weymouth, Massachusetts. Tornado warned storm. Broad rotation. It looks like the rotation mostly up in the sky. Right now the wind is still from the east. I haven't had a good lightning bolt now in about 5 minutes, or a bad lightning bolt. I'm going to put the reflectivity into motion here and see if I can try and give some intelligent information. It looks more like just sort of a mezzo low. What I mean by that is it's really broad. So in other words, the rotation stretches from Weymouth all the way up to Watertown. You see it in there, the rotation. So any second now, the wind should gust down from the south. When I say gust down, because the wind aloft is from the southwest. So down in the ground, the wind is from the northeast. Let's check Twitter. So I talked this morning about overshooting tops, and I showed this graphic. Oh man, every time I point my phone, I've been pointing it the wrong way. So an overshooting top, that's when the cloud top goes up to the tropopause, and you can see at the base, often a tornado with an overshooting top. I'm doing a really bad job showing the computer, so as I educate myself on YouTube, I'll learn how to be able to show the graphics full screen. I'm willing to listen to tutors on this. So I'm holding the phone in one hand and the computer in the other hand. Does not look like anyone's reporting a tornado at this point. All right, Peter Lavasco, rotation warned storm 42 minutes ago. That was a tight rotation in Milford. I agree with that, Pete. So there was the tight rotation in Milford. And it's a much more broad rotation now. So I'm thinking not a tornado, but you have to take tornado warning seriously anyway. If I was at a TV station, I would be forced to stay live until it was gone, regardless of whether I thought there was a tornado or not. Scott, strongest rotation looks to be over Stoughton and Acton now. Avon, excuse me. Yeah. You got your radar scope. Anybody on Twitter? Can anyone tweet me? You know who I am on Twitter, right? Surf, ski, weather. I'm actually that on Instagram too, but I don't like Instagram. So I'm on Twitter at Surf, Ski, Weather. If someone wants to put out a radar scope for me to look at, tag me, follow me on Twitter. Tim Kelley, Kelley. Surf, ski, weather, all one word. It's me and T-Rex right there. All right, I got 15 friends watching right now. That's nice. Pretty quiet. Other than the water. You want to see the water running down my road? Suppose I could get an umbrella. I always told people I don't forecast for people that need umbrellas. I forecast for fishermen and roofers and firemen and post office, postal delivery people who do not use umbrellas. But for the sake of keeping the camera dry and my audio going, let's go out in an umbrella. Yep. Erosion. Living on a hill. Always with the erosion. This is Regatta Road, in case you were wondering. Got some issues. Drainage. When you live on a hill, you always have issues with drainage. Fortunately, most of the water headed down the road, not into my cellar. All right. No sound of thunder, no sound of wind. I think I'm pretty safe right this minute. Probably can't get too far. You can see I'm pretty close to. So we may have a flash flood warning. I hope you can still hear me. We got a little falls. We call this the Bailey Road Falls right here. That's Bailey. So how many times have you had to clean up after a flood in your yard so far this summer? Yes, heat, humidity plays a role in the reason we're having the wettest summer on record. But so does anomalous cold up in the sky. We've had one big blue purple blob of cold after another since way back in early June. You're not going to wring out warm, humid water vapor without some cold to condense it. And so what's happening now is air from the tropics is meeting air from the North Pole right over New England. It's a gully washer. That's what that is. It's a gully washer. We're all going to have some more work to do after this one. No lightning or thunder right this second. I am going back indoors, by the way. It's bad luck to bring an umbrella indoors, right? Rain's still pointing straight down. No sign of any wind. North Weymouth. We're at 20 minutes, 21 minutes. I'm still gaining viewers, though, 21 viewers. And feel free to comment. I think, do you have to be a subscriber to my YouTube channel to comment? This is my first live shot. I did one live shot with Mike McCormick during the snow in Cohasset last winter. Was it last winter? But he set it up and he was monitoring it for me. This is my first YouTube live shot by myself. And once I get the hang of it, I'll probably have a regularly scheduled, I don't know, 11 a.m. update every day, something like that. Because weather was my hobby when I was a little kid. And then I did it professionally for 35 years. I still do it professionally doing consulting. But the forecasting part's more my hobby again, which is great because I can do it whenever I want, wherever I want. Appreciate your content here, TK. Well, thank you, Scott. I appreciate you being here for us, with us. And like I always talked about, when New England Cable News started, we had 0 viewers. We went on the air, I don't know, what was it, 6 a.m., March 2nd, 1992, with not one viewer. And then I would just meet people out at the street, out in the stores, and I would introduce myself and tell them what I'm doing. Sorry about this balance of the color here. So I would tell the managers and everybody, oh, there's a wing gust up from the southeast. Little air moving now. I said, we're going to get them. We're going to get them one viewer at a time. And I would always meet, oh, nice flood in there. I would meet people and say, yeah, tune in. We get this new TV station. I do weather for all of New England all the time. We're there every day. Remember when MTV did music all the time? Weather Channel did weather all the time. Something happens, though, after a few years. You lose your mission. Well, my mission still is the appreciation for weather. And now on YouTube, I want to get my viewers all one at a time. All right, the air is moving, but guess what? It's moving in from the east, getting colder. So you look at that overshooting top diagram I showed earlier. Yeah, on the front side, you can get some cold air pushing down, but I would think if the cold air was pushing down, it would be pushing down from the west and southwest. So this is more like off the ocean. All right, it's letting up. The rain's letting up. Can I sound the all clear on the tornado warning? Go back to editing out the door, weather and more. Well, I already edited it, but. All right, I'm gonna go back to the radar. Oh, now there's another rotation right over the radar in Norton. And the rotation that we had here is lifting north to Boston. So is that what you were talking about, Scott? Or whoever said that, the rotation near Stoughton and Avon? Yeah, I see that. So we have one after another little meso waves coming through here. Let's see what the National Weather Service has to say. Yes, one of my favorite weather apps is the National Weather Service. So sure enough, now we're in a flash flood warning. What do I have? I have a flash flood warning. I got a tornado warning. The sky is getting darker now. Often when these storms go by, the darkest part is your updraft. And then the lighter part is the downdraft. And often the heaviest rain falls on the back side right before the sun comes out, if the sun were to come out. So I think we're pulsing here. I think we've had a pulse of the first rotating system going by, and now the second little meso low on a warm front is going by. Check the latest on the tornado warning. 9:45, 9:52, tornado warning till 10:45. Till 10:45? What? You have a tornado warning issued at 9:45 until 10:45? That doesn't make a lot of sense. That's more like a tornado warning watch, if you know what I mean. It used to be, if there was a warning, that meant it was gonna happen. Nowadays, warning means, I think it might happen. So consider yourself in a tornado warning watch. A watch means it may happen. Anyhow, tornadoes don't last an hour. Not around here anyway. Okay, I get the fat raindrops again, which makes sense. I'm gonna have to close one of my doors because things are starting to move around. Oh yeah, from the north. Look at that. It's from the north. Wow. So it's the backside of that first rotation. So the first broad rotation has gone by Weymouth. We now have strong winds from the north. Now, if there wasn't from the north now, so we're all clear from that first rotation in Weymouth. Now it's the second one. I don't think I'm going to get damage from the north unless a tornado goes right across George Lane Beach. It is windy now, more windy than it's been. But again, it's from the north and northeast. So if there were any kind of a tornado around here, it would be over on the beach in like Hingham, going to the back river or something like that. So it almost doesn't make any sense that the wind's coming from the north right now, other than that broad rotation going along sort of the Hingham, Weymouth border, town line over by the back river. Anybody over there on the back river? Is the air going straight up? Do you have a tornado over the back river? I don't think so. Calling the play-by-play, TK. First YouTube live shot by myself. Let's see what else we got. Tom, where do you live? Easton, got it. So Tom, I see your comments on my out the door every day. Thank you for being there. 2 inches of rain in Easton. Winds have abated. Good news. Thank you. Now over the Rockland area. Yeah, that rotation that we were talking about. Yeah, I just saw that. So that's a second one. Stephen Weiss. What's T-Rex doing? I don't know. Want to go find him? Janet doesn't really like being in my live shots. People want to know what T-Rex is doing. What? I'm live. Did you hear that? I'm not allowed to go in the house. I'm not allowed to go in the house. I'm not the boss around here. I don't know if she's watching on YouTube or not. So T-Rex is in his little doggy bed, and Mitt and Steve are laying on the floor, and everyone's calm here. My weather instruments are in there. From the north right now, 20 to 30 miles an hour over the water. Just an estimate. Just watch the rain. Grass is getting greener again. Green grass in June, green grass in July, green grass in August, green grass in September. Does this mean we're going to get a hurricane because of all this rain? There is usually a correlation, but we've had a lot of wet summers without hurricanes. Very active in the hurricane department. If I could publish my out the door, I would talk about that. So I think I may call it a day here on this live shot. It's been about a half hour. We weathered the first tornado warning, even though it's in effect till 10:45. That really doesn't make sense because you can't really track a rotation for an hour. I mean, it's going to be gone. They're moving to the northeast. Let's see what the government said about how fast this thing was moving. Take cover now, move to a basement. Nope, didn't say anything like that. Oh, east at 30 miles an hour. Yeah, it wasn't really moving east, it was moving northeast. Let's see if there's any updates from the National Weather Service. No internet. Oh boy, am I still live? So it looks like I've lost my internet, but I'm still live on YouTube, 30 minutes in. Still got a few people watching. All right, let's see what's going on in the comments. Thank you, you're welcome. Thank you, you're welcome. My pleasure. Let me turn this into a regular thing. Tempted to run down to my rain gauge. Let's say I'm getting 2 inches. So my forecast of 2 hours ago was already wrong, which I'm going to publish in a few minutes if I get the internet back. It's pretty interesting that I have my phone, but I don't have the internet. Okay, so I am down. I can't really track. I would have to change apps on my phone. So I guess this is a good time to let you go. Because I don't see much going on right now. I think the worst of the weather is going to be gone by about lunchtime. There's still a chance of a shower or a thunderstorm, but as you on my channel always get the message from me about morning convection usually means better weather in the afternoon. So you take the energy out of the atmosphere. The worst time to get these showers and storms usually is around 5 or 6 in the afternoon. So at least we have that going for us. There was no added heating from the sun to make these storms even worse, but it was so dynamic aloft. The wind up at 35, 40,000 feet was at 80 knots. So incredibly dynamic, but down here on the ground, mostly rain. I haven't heard any reports of wind damage. Worked well, nice job. Thank you, Stephen. Ginny in Halifax, very heavy rain and thunder in Halifax. Tim, you are an original. Thank you, Ginny. My sister, Ginny. I'm going to come over and help you with some landscaping later today or Monday. I don't know. The weather's kind of preoccupying me today. I'll get to host that picnic tomorrow on Fallens Pond. It'll be my 59th annual picnic. Last one in my 6th decade. All right, thanks for watching. I'm going to get the internet back. I'm going to publish my out the door, and we'll do more of these live shots. All right, talk to you later. How do I turn it off?